Good evening and welcome to Doordarshan Kendra Kohima. I'm Ila Susan with the news. First, the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the 72nd National Volleyball Tournament, draws parallels between sport and India's development. Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan says MGNREGA became synonym for corruption. Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan inaugurates 184 new varieties of 25 crops with improved traits developed by the ICAR. And India calls developments in Venezuela a matter of concern, urges peaceful dialogue. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India's performance in various sports has consistently improved since 2014. Inaugurating the 72nd National Volleyball Tournament in Varanasi today via video conferencing, Prime Minister Modi said that India is strongly bidding to host the 2036 Olympics. He said that his government has brought many changes and reforms in the field of sports like the National Sports Governance Act and Khelo Bharat Niti 2025. The Prime Minister said that the sports model of the country is now athlete-centric. That is why there is a significant increase in the success of the sports persons after 2014. Underlining the efforts of his government in the field of sports, Prime Minister Modi said that the government is working on different aspects which include identifying talent, scientific training, providing nutritious food and transparent selection. He also said that the nation feels proud when it sees Gen Z hoisting the tricolour on the sports field. Prime Minister Modi said that everyone has their own role, their own responsibility, and can only succeed when everyone takes their responsibility seriously. The Prime Minister added that the country is also moving forward in the same way. Drawing the similarities between volleyball and development, he said that volleyball is a game which connects us to the team spirit. The nature of this game is like the development story of the nation, which requires cooperation and readiness to contribute.
हर किसी की अपनी भूमिका है, अपनी जिम्मेदारी है और हम तभी सफल होते हैं जब हर कोई अपनी जिम्मेदारी को बखूबी निभाता है, गंभीरता से निभाता है। हमारा देश भी इसी तरह आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Rural Development Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan today said that MGNREGA had become a synonym for corruption where workers were often sidelined and routinely exploited. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, Chauhan called out Congress for allegedly misleading the public over the newly enacted Viksit Bharat Rozgar or Ajivika Guarantee Mission Gramin G Act. He alleged that the party is not defending MGNREGA but the corruption that had been festering inside it. Chauhan said that despite having an enormous budget, MGNREGA did not lead to any permanent asset creation or long-term development of the villages. While highlighting the shortcomings of the previous act, the minister said that Viksit Bharat G safeguards workers' interests. He noted that provisions of interest, increased pay and unemployment wages, interest on delayed payment, and also the employment guarantee of 125 days from the earlier 100 days ensure that not only workers remain better off, but they also bring meaningful contributions to their villages. He highlighted the vision of Viksit Bharat through Viksit Gaon and said funding for rural employment has been significantly increased to support sustainable outcomes. The minister informed that for the upcoming financial year, an allocation of 1,51,280 crore rupees has been proposed, out of which more than 95,000 crore rupees will be contributed by the central government. Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Shivraj Singh Chauhan today said that India's rice production exceeded 150 million tons in 2025, inaugurating 184 new varieties of 25 crops with improved traits developed by the ICAR. Chauhan said that India has surpassed China in rice production. He added that India has become a leading rice exporting nation to the world. Chauhan added that more than 3,200 new varieties of seeds have have been developed in the past 10 years. The minister said that the government is working to ensure that various schemes launched should reach farmers across the country within 3 years.
सुनिश्चित होगी 184 नवीन प्रजातियों से धान की पैदावार बढ़ेगी और बदलते मौसम, कीट रोगों और पानी की कमी जैसी चुनौतियों से भी निपटने में मदद मिलेगी। वैज्ञानिकों द्वारा विकसित इन किस्मों का सीधा फायदा खेत से लेकर बाजार तक दिखाई देगा।
चावल के उत्पादन में भारत ने चीन को पीछे छोड़ दिया, हम नंबर 1 बन गए। इस साल हमारा उत्पादन 150.18 मिलियन टन और चीन का 145.28 मिलियन टन। ये चीन को पीछे छोड़ना एक
The government has removed the condition of a 3-year existence of a startup to avail the Research, Development and Innovation Fund, or the RDI. Addressing the 41st Foundation Day event of the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, DSIR, in New Delhi, Dr. Jitendra Singh announced that any new startup group that floats itself can come and avail this fund through the DSIR. Dr. Singh said that the government has taken several path-breaking decisions under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, including the opening up of the nuclear sector and space sector to private players. He said that to gear up for these new domains, the government would accelerate their initiative. Singh highlighted that India is not only realizing the Prime Minister's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, but is also emerging as a country that other nations are increasingly relying on. The minister also unveiled key initiatives to strengthen India's research and development and innovation ecosystem, including the rollout of guidelines for recognition of in-house research and development centers of deep tech startups, the launch of the PRISM network platform, TOCIC, Innovator Pulse, and also Creative India 2025 under the PRISM scheme.
Beneficiaries out of these CSIR schemes currently, and out of them more than 55 are women-led startup groups.
And now let's go for a short break.
बोल बोल के थक गया।
क्या हुआ?
नया किडबैग चाहिए।
तो पहले कैप्टन से बोलो, नहीं सुना तो मैनेजर से।
करेक्ट।
तो ऐसे ही पहले शिकायत बैंक से करें, 30 दिनों में जवाब या समाधान ना मिलने पर CMS पोर्टल पर शिकायत करें। तो पहले बैंक, फिर CMS पोर्टल, नहीं तो शिकायत होगी नामंजूर। चले? ले आ गया ना किडबैग।
RBI कहता है
पहले अपना बैंक, फिर RBI Ombudsman.
And welcome back. India has expressed deep concern over the recent developments in Venezuela. The External Affairs Ministry said in a statement that the evolving situation is being closely monitored. India has reaffirmed its support for the well-being and safety of the people of Venezuela. New Delhi has called upon all concerned to address issues peacefully through dialogue, ensuring peace and stability of the region. The Embassy of India in Caracas is in contact with members of the Indian community and will continue to provide all possible assistance. In other news, in the press release from the Office of the Chief Electoral Officer, Kohima Nagaland, the draft photo roll has been published for 28 Koridang ST Assembly Constituency in Mukokchung District, whereby election is due with the following schedule of activities. Publication of integrated draft electoral roll on the 3rd of January, period for filing claims and objections from the 3rd of Jan to the 24th of January, disposal of claims and objections by the 7th of February, and final publication of electoral roll on the 14th of February. Electors, applicants can file claims and objections in forms 6, 7, and 8 as the case may be with the concerned booth level officer, BLO, or with the AERO and ERO. Forms are available for download in ECI and CEO's websites. Applications can also be filed or submitted online through www.voters.eci.gov.in. The draft electoral rolls for 28 Koridang STAC is accessible in the voters portal voters.eci.gov.in. There is a total of 30 notified polling stations in 28 Koridang STAC. The electoral registration officer of 28 Koridang STSC AC shall share the list of claims and objections with the recognized political parties on a weekly basis. An appeal shall lie from any decision of the ERO to the District Magistrate US 24A of the RP Act 1950 and a second appeal under Section 24B against the decision of the first appellate authority shall lie to the CEO in the manner prescribed under Rule 27 of the Registration of Electors Rules 1960. People across the world observe World Braille Day on January the 4th to commemorate the birth anniversary of Louis Braille, the inventor of the Braille script. Braille is a tactile script in which letters are represented by combinations of raised dots. Each Braille cell consists of 6 dots arranged in a rectangle, 3 dots high and 2 dots wide. These 6 dots can form 63 distinct characters, with each dot assigned a specific number from 1 to 6. Braille is largely phonetic, making it adaptable across languages. Letters that sound the same in different languages share the same Braille representation. The invention of Braille opened the doors to education, literacy, and empowerment for persons with visual impairment. In other news, the India Meteorological Department, or the IMD, has issued an orange color warning for dense to very dense fog conditions in Delhi, Haryana, Chandigarh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Odisha today. IMD said that dense fog conditions will also prevail over Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, and the northeastern parts of India till tomorrow. The Met Department has predicted cold wave conditions at Delhi, Haryana, Chandigarh, Punjab, Bihar, Uttarakhand, and Rajasthan for the next 2 to 3 days. Meanwhile, the air quality in Delhi NCR continues to be in the very poor category. According to the Central Pollution Control Board, the average air quality index of the national capital was recorded at 301 as of 1 p.m. today.
This is no major change. Cold wave conditions affect isolated pockets of East Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, and Delhi. Meanwhile, fresh snowfall has been reported from Phalesa and Baderwa valleys in Doda district as well as Sonmarg in Ganderbal, bringing wintry conditions to higher reaches of Jammu and Kashmir. Meanwhile, a cold wave continues to grip Srinagar with temperatures remaining well below normal. Severe cold conditions prevail in Ajmer as temperatures continue to dip across the region. To stay warm, residents are gathering around bonfires during early morning and night hours. A thick layer of fog has enveloped several parts of Bhubaneswar, reducing visibility during early morning hours. Residents and commuters are advised to remain cautious while travelling amid the foggy conditions. Cold wave conditions have led to a dense layer of fog blanketing Warangal, affecting visibility across the district.
And now for the weather report.
Kohima today recorded a maximum temperature of 17 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius, while Dimapur had a maximum temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Wokha experienced a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Mokokchung had a maximum temperature of 19 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 6 degrees Celsius. Mon had a maximum temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 9 degrees Celsius. Towards the east, Twinsang had a maximum temperature of 14 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 2 degrees Celsius. Zinabuto had a maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. Pek had a maximum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius and a minimum temperature of 3 degrees Celsius. That's all for the weather report.
And to end the news, here's a recap of our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates the 72nd National Volleyball Tournament, draws parallels between sport and India's development. Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan says MGNREGA became synonym for corruption. Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan inaugurates 184 new varieties of 25 crops with improved traits developed by the ICAR. And India calls developments in Venezuela a matter of concern, urges peaceful dialogue. And with this, we have come to the end of this news bulletin. Have a good evening.
Tournament via video conferencing in Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh.